Impossible.
Did you know that despite Brandy and Whitney's Cinderella being one of the most watched TV musicals of all time, there has never been an official soundtrack release due to label politics? And shortly before she died, Whitney said not having it released was the heartbreak of her entire career. In 1997, Cinderella became a cultural milestone, powered by Whitney Houston at the height of her power. She wasn't just the fairy godmother. She executive produced the film, shaped the cast, guided the music, and originally planned to play Cinderella herself when the project began in the early 90s.
We want you to do this movie called Cinderella. We want you to play Cinderella. And I said, I thought you were gonna be Cinderella. She's like, I'm 33 now. I'm not quite feeling like Cinderella. No, honey, I'm not gonna be Cinderella. I want you to be Cinderella.
Their pairing created a once-in-a-generation moment. Over 60 million people watched the premiere, and the VHS became one of Disney's top sellers, with audiences around the world falling in love with the reimagined songs.
Impossible. Impossible.
Impossible. This is the note. Impossible. Why are you down there?
Impossible. Please do that.
Honestly, seeing Nippy and Brandy in the studio together makes it even clearer how strong a full soundtrack release could have been, until label politics stopped it from ever seeing the light of day. Most of what we know about why that happened comes from the film's 20th anniversary oral history. Producer Neil Marin said it bluntly: there was a pissing match between Brandy's label, Atlantic, and Whitney's label, Arista. At the center of the fight was Brandy's image. Atlantic thought the songs leaned too pop and Broadway, and they worried a soundtrack like that would clash with the R&B brand that they were building for her. On the other side was Clive Davis, who pushed hard to release it, but he couldn't override Atlantic because Brandy's label ultimately controlled her vocals. And without that approval, the soundtrack legally couldn't move forward. The same interview revealed how deeply this affected Whitney. Craig Zadan said, "About a year before Whitney passed, I visited her in Atlanta. She confided in me that her favorite project in her career was Cinderella, and that the heartbreak of her career was Cinderella. It didn't make sense to her that there was no album. And that's why you can't find an official Cinderella soundtrack on Spotify, Apple Music, or anywhere else." If you made it this far, drop a crown emoji and follow me for more receipts, remasters, and legendary behind-the-scenes tea.